For now. But the Argons aren't the only danger. Not by
Hello everyone and welcome to Terra. In this video I want to give you a little overview about the game itself. So, well, let's get started with the character creation. As for any other MMORPG, you first have to choose between different races. Every race has its own influence on the play style. For instance, the Castanics are very acrobatic, whereas the Baraka are more like heavy tanks. So, if you want to have a fast-paced game, you should consider certain races such as the Castanics. Once the race has been chosen, you decide which class you want to play with. But make sure you choose wisely, because the classes have the most influence on the game. If you want a fast, close combat character, the warrior is great. If that is too fast, try out the heavy berserker, who is slow but also is able to block. More like the long distance player, try the archer, or even one of the magicians. The next step is to customize your very own character. Terra offers many ways to do so. Just want to play? Well, then use some of the presets. But you also can go nuts by changing like every aspect of the face. Whether it's the skin color, the hair, the eyes, the nose, the mouth, the voice, and so on. To see how your character might look like later in the game, you can even have a look at some clothing presets. The last step would be to type the name of your character and you're ready to go. An intro appears right at the beginning as a little warm-up. First steps made, you can see an icon above a character to show you, hey, I've got a quest for you. Red quest markers are story quests and yellow ones are just common side quests. To show you how quests work, we will take one of the first quests to kill some trees. Little walk and there they are. Easy peasy, but wait, what a fighting system is this? Active? Awesome! Once all trees are defeated, we can go back and accept our reward. This is like most of the quests in the game work. Some of the quests aren't like kill 10 creatures or collect 20 whatever. As part of the story quest we have to help a unicorn. But it's not that easy because first we have to fight it, and then when the health is below 30%, we gotta give it something to make it friendly. Here we've made that happen with 2 other players in a party, so now we can escort the unicorn to a safe place. It's not that easy though, cause enemies on the way are trying to detain us from achieving our goal. But honestly, except this and some other escort and guard and NPC from Hordes of Monsters quests where you have to defeat waves of enemies to make sure the NPC doesn't get hurt, well, except of those, it's all the same, kill and kill. Appears to be one of the biggest weaknesses of the game yet. Talking about quests, there still is something worth mentioning, the quest map. Personally, I gotta say, it's very easy to use and comfortable. Gotta find a certain type of enemies, just click their name in the quest log, and they are marked at the map. That works with everything, so you don't have to search all day long, except, well, some quests would want you to. Now we're heading towards the key aspect of the game. We already have figured that the fighting system is, well, different. It's not like clicking an enemy, activating a skill, waiting for the skill to take effect, and doing that passive pattern over and over again. No. You just actually fight. You have to aim, get close enough for close combat, have to dodge attacks, and that is one of the best characteristics of Terra. We're gonna have a close look at the warrior and slayer here. As a low-level character you only have the basic skills, the attack and a dodge roll. Once you've gained higher levels you can purchase and learn skills from certain trainers. The only limitation really of learning skills is the character level itself and the money you own. Every new skill learned offers you new combat tactics, but as for everything, there's a catch. First, special skills cost you MP points, which can be recharged using standard attacks, potions, and other skills. Second, even if you have enough MP still, you have to wait a little until you're able to use a skill once again. With that, one can't just use the best attacks over and over. This adds little tactic to the fights and creates an immersive and fun to play fighting system. A good RPG must have a great character progression. From the little fighter that is only able to handle weak trees to a heavy warrior fighting an enemy triple his size. Terra does that by unlockable skills, but also by lots of collectibles. There are weapons to deal more damage, and they are found like almost every 30 minutes. Using better armor for all body parts increases your resistance to enemy attacks. Jewelry has certain effects on your character, for example, more health points. Talking of weapons and armor, there are special ones to be found you have to identify first using expensive scrolls. The difference here is that those items to be identified can be enchanted to become stronger. Enchanting works like this. You have to have, for instance, their special weapon, another weapon of the same type, and alchemist. If you're lucky, the items together will make a better weapon, or it could stay the same, or it can even become worse. All about luck. Another way to enhance your character is called crystals. Crystals can be attached to weapons and armor to add special improvements to the character. Can be more damage to minions, just more MP points, and so on. Everything you might not need you can sell to a merchant. This is like in any other MMORPG and works fine. Just be aware that you can't sell anything to anyone. To buy stuff you need money you gain from quests or sold items. And just again, you can't buy anything from anyone. Only an armor seller will sell you armor, or only a crafting supplier sells you parts for new equipment. For everyone out there who wants to build his own equipment, Terra has its own crafting system. Starting with the gathering itself, you can gather cremated ores, plants, and sun essence. Those gathered items are needed for the future craftings. The more you gather, the better you become. The same it works with the crafting itself. As an example, we're gonna build a weapon. So what we need is the recipe from the weaponsmithing designs merchant. Only due to those recipes you can learn how to build new weapons and armor. First we have to learn the very basics, how to make Cry-steel to build weapons with. Once many have been built at the smithy, we can increase the weaponsmithing skill enough to be able to buy and use designs for real weapons. Just keep in mind, the better the weapon to forge, the more expensive the recipe, and more and rare materials are needed. But if you've got everything already, just select the design at the smithy and build your weapon. The same principle works with every other crafting career. Despite the fighting system, campfires are also a unique feature of the game. So what are they? Before describing that, you have to know that there's something called stamina. After a while the stamina is decreasing by token damage, long walks, etc. That does affect your maximum HP and MP, meaning the less stamina you have, the less health points and MP points are available. To get back your maximum amount, you have to rest at a campfire. You can either choose between some of the campfires in the world, or the ones you can make yourself. Resting at a campfire also gives you opportunities to cast charms affecting some of your attributes, or talk to other players who are resting as well. But that's not all you can do there. As it is key element, there is more. But now, let's focus a little bit more on other parts of the game, like traveling. You can travel using a travel master between close areas, or using a special ride. That particular ride is really an amazing short flying sequence where you can have a look from above to the area below you. Just great, although it can annoy you after a while because it takes very long time. Another way to travel faster is mounts you can get, or potions, or even clothes, increasing your walking speed. The fact that you're playing online surely screams out, play together, and that works pretty good. To create a party, just click on another player and invite him. This way it's easier to fulfill quests and you're even faster. Some missions tell you to kill a boss and you go there, but once you arrive, many players around, and only him or her hitting the enemy first gets the kill counted. So group up and everyone can help and get the final kill marked in their quest books. And of course you can also apply to guilds or even found one. The chat itself is a bit weird, cause changing between the channels need typing like /p to switch to party, or /whisper player name to just speak to one individual. Why can't you simply click on a channel to switch there, or add the option when clicking at another player that says talk to? I mean, it's possible with invite to party and offering a duel. Well, but all in all, I gotta admit, it's a very good game. Sure, the quests are all the same and you grind, no real skill trees, but it has its good sides, such as the quest map, the amazing fighting system, awesome art design. I've been playing the beta for like 10 to 15 hours and accomplished level 22 with my character called Julia. Therefore, I can't tell all about this game, and some I just didn't mention to keep the video short enough. But exploring all the different areas, cities, seeing different monsters, it's a great adventure. Because honestly, Terra is the most beautiful MMORPG on the market right now. There is that Asia style I usually don't like, but with this game it is different. Great character models, great designed armor, great designed areas that really keeps you going. And you really can explore a lot in this game. I have only encountered 2 bigger areas yet, each one being divided into different smaller but still big areas. And the future boss fights coming towards you, can't wait to see them as well. Again, I know I haven't mentioned all, but still I hope I could give you a little overview of the game. So finally, a little resume about Terra. I love the fighting system, the art design and graphics, the exploration factor, and the comfortable quest map. Dislikes are the kill quests, cause that is what you do 90% of the time. Also, the chat system could be better, and I'm missing the good old skill tree, honestly. Overall, that makes it a 8 of 10 stars game for me, so definitely worth a watch or even a pre-order.